What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a review from the Saviland Acrylic System set. Okay, this is the Prom Queen series and I was sent this to review, and I'm going to swatch all of the colors for you guys right now. So yeah, you guys, all the colors in this set are super gorgeous. I think you get about 4 glitter shades, and then you get a transparent, so a clear, and 5 solid shades, and they're just all so pretty. I definitely get prom queen vibes, so I think it's definitely a really cute name for this kit. And each jar you get about 0.35 ounces. So yes, the jars are pretty small, but you do get 10 different colors in the kit. So I definitely understand why you wouldn't get as much for the price point. However, I do believe that this kit is marketed towards beginners like myself to either begin with or to practice with. The brush that I'm using to swatch with is also Saviland. However, I wouldn't recommend it. It is honestly a pretty crappy brush. It just did not work for me. As you guys can see, like the bristles are kind of just all over the place. And yeah, it didn't come with this set. It came with a different Saviland set. I'll show you guys what set it came with in just a moment. But yeah, if you're looking for a good brush, I would go for a different brush. In this video, I'll also be using the white and artistic brush, and I also have a panna brush, which is pretty good, and an OPI red sable brush, and that is also pretty good. But yeah, y'all, if you're looking to buy a Saviland brush, I would suggest you don't. But for their acrylic system, I do like their powder. Like, they're easy to work with. I'm a beginner, you guys. In this video, this is honestly my very first set of acrylics I've ever done. Well, I shouldn't say ever done. Like, of course, I've used those Kiss little acrylics back in high school or whatever. I did my sister's nails, and they were pretty crappy. But yeah, so I guess this really is my first like set that I've ever done. And yeah, here are the colors. Like, look at these colors, you guys. They're just super gorgeous. So I definitely would recommend this set and others. I definitely want to try all their sets now because the colors are just so pretty, and the acrylic system, like I said, is really easy to work with. So for today's set, I'll be using the glitter brown, the transparent, and the glitter cherry red. And I'll also be going in with the Saviland jelly pink and the white, and that is from the other kit that came with the brush that I was mentioning before. It also comes with a few other goodies, and I'll definitely drop that down in the description box for those who are interested in purchasing that kit as well. For today's monomer, I'll be going in with the Young Nails Nail Liquid. I did, however, try the Saviland monomer, and it was just too strong in scent for me. So I did unfortunately have to toss that out. However, the Young Nails definitely works great with the Saviland powders. I'll also be using my double dapping dish. It's plastic, it has lids, and sold on my Etsy store. And I'm using a double dapping dish just because these nails are glittery, and I just want to be able to keep my brush clean as best as possible. So one side would be for the glitter, and then the other side would be for when I don't need to use glitter, and it'll just help me keep everything clean. I'll be using my silicone hand today. For the nail beds, I'm going to be using just these simple natural nails that came with the silicone hand. And for the tips, I'll be going in with the Infalila square tips. I believe these are the XXXL. They're super long, super C-curve, and I love these tips, you guys. Definitely check them out. I'm going to be using the clear and the natural today. So 3 fingers will be natural, and then the pinky and the ring finger, I'll be using the clear. And even though I'm going to be using the silicone hand, today I'm definitely going to just practice the same way I would apply on a natural hand, because practice makes perfect, you feel me? But yeah, so I'm just gonna go in with the Young Nails Protein Bond on each finger on the nail beds. I'm actually using the YN Artistic brush today as well. Okay, so taking that first bead in the shade Glitter Brown. You guys, honestly, this shade is more of like a glitter gold. It's like a glitter dark gold. I don't know. I think it's super gorgeous. But anyway, I'm going to take that first bead, place it in the middle of that tip, and just work it down. I'm going to pat everything into place and kind of just feather down and feather up, so that it's not a big clump, you guys. I'm still a beginner, so please do not make fun of my application. I'm pretty sure that it is not the best. But yeah, like I said, practice makes perfect. And I did this video a while ago. As you can see, my nails were still in the kawaii set, so that was kind of like over a month ago. And I've been practicing since, so I mean, I definitely could see my growth just from a month ago of making this video. And my application, I believe, has gotten a lot better. And you know, just this is my nail journey, so don't make fun. If you have any constructive criticism, I am definitely open to that. Drop it down in the comments, you guys. And yeah, just bear with me, because it's all a learning process for me. So for this index finger, I'm going for an ombre. So I'm going to apply a bead of that jelly pink onto the nail bed and then feather that down into the gold. Now I'll be applying a second bead of that jelly pink closer to the cuticle, but not too close so that I don't overflow it, but just pushing upwards on that bead so that I can get into the cuticle area. And then I'll be feathering the bottom of that bead down into the jelly pink that I've already applied. Applying another bead closer to the cuticle again, but not too close, feathering upwards into that area, feathering downwards to blend into the other jelly pink. And I'm going to do this until I feel like the cuticle area is definitely covered and that the jelly pink isn't so like transparent. I mean, I know that it's a jelly color, but I just feel like I am going to have to go back in with another bead just to make sure it is all covered. And even though I'm going in with all these beads, you guys, the nail itself is still pretty thin. I'm not too worried about building its apex right now, because I do plan on encapsulating this nail later on to give it its strength and to build its apex. So for this middle finger, I wanted to try a color block, so I'm going in with that jelly pink to create a nail bed, and I'm definitely going to create more of a triangular nail bed, something that's super sharp and chiseled. And yeah, so I'm definitely just using the body of my brush to work that jelly pink into the shape that I want the nail bed to be. And of course, I'll be going in with other beads of the jelly pink closer to the cuticle so that I can fill in that space. All right, so while I'm over here working, I just knocked over all of this acrylic powder. So yeah, instead of the Saviland white, I'm going in with the Yuck Nails Core White today. But yeah, back to this nail bed. I'm just still applying that jelly pink, now closer to the cuticle and blending in with the others. So this nail, I am actually building up my apex. That's why I am making this pink so thick. Okay, so while the middle finger dries, I'm going to be starting on my ring finger, and I'm going in with that glitter cherry red. This finger will also be a color block, and you guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, this finger I did not, I kind of went overboard, I feel like, with the application. So yeah, it is going to be a bit of a mess, but like I said, practice makes perfect. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be chiseling that off about 1/3 of the nail for the look that I'm going for. This is really just a freestyle, you guys. I was honestly just playing with this kit just to see what I could do, you know, practice. I am definitely just I'm really interested in color blocking. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my thing when it comes to my sets. I just feel it, because yeah, I think color blocking is just really, really dope. But yeah, so I'm just going to be applying that color onto this nail, and then I'm going to let it set and move back to the ring finger. Oops, I lied. I guess that ring finger still wasn't set, so I moved on to the pinky with that glitter gold again. Glitter brown, I guess it's called, but it's more of a gold, like I said. But yeah, this one's gonna be like an ombre, but instead of into a second color, I'm just gonna start off with the gold from the nail bed all the way down into like just a glass nail. So I'm gonna be leaving that bottom bare. Okay, so now back to the middle finger. I'm going to be taking my Young Nails 100 file, and I'm going to basically just even out that nail bed that I created. You guys, this silicone hand, I'm not going to lie, it is super hard to work with. I'm not sure if it's the stand that I have or if it's just the hand itself. Honestly, it's probably both. I don't know, it's my first time using it, so I'm definitely just gonna have to like find out different ways that work for me. But as far as like the nails being inside the hand, like they kept popping out, and I actually did glue down that nail to my hand with the Young Nails brush on glue, and as you can see, like it was still like coming off. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work for me. Yeah. The hand itself, I feel like it could be a great tool, but maybe I just need to work with it more. I did see a few other YouTubers, they created nail beds with acrylic powder, so maybe that's something I'm gonna try. I think I will try that next. But yeah, it was just really hard to file. I am not going to lie, like it was just so hard to file. That was like the biggest thing with this set, and it took so long because I couldn't figure out what angle to to hold the hand in, or I don't know. It was just really hard. It's not like a human hand. I feel like human hands will be way easier. But anyway, moving on to that ring finger, I'm going to be doing the same thing and just like cleaning up that line. I want that line to be super clean. You want that line to be super clean. All your lines to be super clean when you're color blocking. And yeah, as you can see, I'm already trying to chisel away at those sidewalls because I feel like at this point I already realized, oh my gosh, like I over applied and it was just really bugging me. So, I mean, honestly, I think on all the rest of the nails, I did pretty good. But this ring finger, I am just not a fan of. I think that the design at the very end comes out super cute. And I'm just mad that, like, I over applied and it made it kind of hard to file. But yeah, anyway, moving back, I'm going to furthermore chisel that line. And I'm actually trying to get rid of that glitter that is on the nail itself, because I was going to do something different at that point. But yeah, for what I actually am gonna do, this part really did not matter as far as like glitter on the nail bed. But yeah, anyway, I'm just chiseling that line so that it's really super sharp and that it looks super clean in the end result. But yeah, I'm just using my e-file for that. Okay, so moving back to that middle finger, I'm going to be applying that glitter cherry red into the shape that I wanted to go, and using the body of my brush to furthermore just like push everything into place. And yeah, even though I'm going to file this afterwards, I think it's just super important to put everything as neat as possible, just to avoid a lot more filing, you know what I'm saying? So if everything's just already neat, then the less filing you have to do. And that's something that I've learned watching color blocking, but actually like when I'm applying the color block colors for myself as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that on each side and then let that set. Okay, and back to my ring finger, I'm going to be applying a little bead of that glitter brown and so I can create a very tiny line. And then I'm going to do the same thing and kind of just use the body of my brush to chisel that out. So now taking these really cute butterflies from my Etsy store, check it out. These are so like crazy, but yeah, in the color dark red, I'm going to first be applying a little bead of the clear acrylic powder, and then I'm going on top of that. You guys, please excuse me, like you can see my glasses and a little bit of my curls in the frame. I didn't realize that I was in frame, you guys, but you know I'm blind. But yeah, so I'm just going to be applying those butterflies into the place that I want them to be, and then I'll be encapsulating this entire nail. First, I'm going to encapsulate the butterflies though with a very thin layer of the clear, just so that they don't move when I do encapsulate the entire nail. So I think that's a little fun little tip for you guys who are just beginning, if you didn't know. But I did learn that. I can't remember from who. I watched so many videos, you guys. So many. But yeah, so now I'm just going to be encapsulating this entire nail. And something that I noticed when I did swatch this clear color earlier onto the paper towel was that it turned yellow, and you guys probably noticed that too, but I do believe it was just because it was on the paper towel. So after these nails did oxidize, I didn't notice that the clear turned yellow, so that is a great thing. At least not with this set anyway. Maybe it could just be the colors or whatever, but I think the clear, I think it did pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the clearest clear. I haven't used too many clear acrylic powders, but I do have the YN, or the Young Nails core clear, and that one to me is just crystal clear, so I can notice a difference, but I don't think that it oxidizes as yellow onto the nail. So I don't know, maybe you guys want to check that out. I don't know, but yeah. Y'all, so the more I practice, the more the more I learn, and I learn like what works for me. So it is said that when you're a beginner like myself, you should start with brushes that are size like 8 or 10, nothing like too big. And I understand why they tell you that. One reason at least, because like when you dip your brush into the monomer, it also soaks up way more the bigger the brush is. So I think that's a really good thing, or that's really understandable as far as like the brush size when it comes to beginners, because we do like use so much monomer just because we're practicing and we're not like, too skilled at this point. So we might require more beads, but I also feel like this YN, or this Young Nails artistic brush, it is really good, but I think I need a size up, because I think it's a size like 8 or something, but it just picks up really small beads. And I have recently learned how to pick up bigger beads even with these sizes, but I think when it comes to encapsulating, like I just need a bigger brush, because it takes so many beads, I feel like, just to encapsulate. And I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? If you're a beginner, even if you're not, like, how did you start off? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments, please, please, please. It's all just a learning process, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm just gonna like use a different brush. But yeah, moving on to the middle finger. Look at that. See, they just pop out. So I don't know. I might have to invest in a red iguana hand. Or I've also recently learned about the Aliana hand, I believe they're called. I think they're based in the UK, but I think they do ship to US. They just look so real, and I think the nail beds are just way more deeper than these. These are like the cheaper option on Amazon, but yeah, right now I'm just going in on the ring finger and the middle finger and just chiseling out those lines, making sure everything is straight. For some reason, like, I just couldn't get it with my hand file on my ring finger, so I'm going in with the e-file again to just chisel out that line and make sure it's just absolutely straight. But now I actually am also going in onto that tip to get rid of any of that glitter, because now I'm going to be applying some nail art, and I want that middle part to be crystal clear. Something else that I like to do when I'm color blocking is just go over those lines with a little bit of monomer, just so that I can better see if it gets a little too dusty for me. But yeah, so moving back to that middle finger, I'm just going to brush a little monomer on to make sure all the lines are clear. And now I'm going in with that Young Nails Core White and just applying that to the rest of the tip. I'm going to blend down and then blend upwards. As you'll notice that my application on this nail does get a little bit messy, but that is intentional. When you're color blocking, you want to make sure that everything just flows. So I'm going to be bringing that white color up into that glitter cherry red to make sure that everything just flows. And then once I file, the lines will become crystal clear and just beautiful. And I think that's what I just really enjoy about color blocking, because once you do file everything back into place, it just reveals a beautiful, beautiful masterpiece. I'm being so extra, but yeah, it's really pretty. I love the process of color blocking. Okay, now back to my ring finger. I'm taking that glitter cherry red and I'm gonna apply that to the bottom of the tip. And I'm color blocking this part too, so I'm going to be applying and then chiseling that out with the body of my brush, then later on going in with the file and cleaning up those lines. Okay, now picking up a very small bead of that glitter brown, I'm going to be applying that into a really thin line. And just as before, I'm going to use the body of my brush to chisel that into a straight line, and then furthermore, cleaning that line up with the file. Okay, so moving on to my middle finger, I'm taking the ceramic drill bit. I purchased this from Amazon, and this is in the fine grit, and I'm just going to be drilling down this product. And I really like this this drill bit. I'll definitely leave the link in the description box as usual. But yeah, it's known to be really good for taking off product, but to save time, I am just going to show you a little clip and move on. But yeah, so moving on to the ring finger, I'm now taking the hand file and just cleaning up that line now that it's set. Okay, so now applying the clear acrylic to the middle of this tip, I'm going to be placing that down and just like spreading it out in a very thin layer so that the butterflies can have something to stick to. And I'm just going in and picking up these butterflies with a wet brush. I did not have to touch the acrylic at all. My brush was still wet. And yeah, I'm just going to set that down, place them into the acrylic, let that set for a second, and then go over them with more acrylic. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is exactly when I started to lose the shape, and I'm just so irritated watching this. Even though I know that it is a learning process, and I mean, you know, like I keep saying, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Practice makes perfect, yada yada. But it's just a little frustrating watching stuff that you know that you could have done better, I guess. I guess I didn't at the time. I tried my hardest at the time, and let me just be grateful for growth, okay? But yeah, this shape just gets so bad, and I feel like it only happened to this nail, you guys. But you know, it is what it is. I do go in and try to correct it with a file, but I just don't think that I corrected it enough. And yeah, I mean, you know, it happens. Whatever. It is practicing on my practice hand, and it's not someone's hand, thank God. But yeah, you know, practice makes perfect. I just need to keep reminding myself that. But yeah, I'm going to encapsulate this nail now, and furthermore, mess up the shape. No, for real. But yeah, so I'm just going to encapsulate this nail, and then next I'll be filing everything down. Oh no, next I'll be encapsulating everything else off camera. So yeah, the next thing you'll see is me filing everything down. Okay, so moving on to filing, I'm taking that ceramic bit, and because this video is already so long, I'm just going to show you a few clips and snippets of my filing. But yeah, starting off with this nail that I felt like needed the most work, I'm just going in and filing everything into place, going around the cuticle and on the side walls, trying to bring those side walls in because this nail just became so wide. And of course, this hand is giving me such a difficult time. Yeah, this is probably the hand is fine when I'm applying this stuff, the acrylic powders, and you know, but it's just the filing part that becomes super challenging because the nails don't want to stay put. Even though I did glue them into place as mentioned before, they just was not trying to stay put. But yeah, I go in with my e-file and also my hand file and just try to snatch that shape up. Okay, now taking my sanding bit, I'm gonna go over each nail and just make sure everything is sanded into place, and so that is even. And as you can see, all the nails at this point just wanted to pop out. So yeah, this hand is not the easiest to work with, I'll just say that. I think that it would be easier to just work on a real hand, but you know, whatever. I will have some videos coming up where I do have models willing models to go through this whole process with me. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take the young nail swipe and just get rid of all that dust or whatever. And at some point I just said forget it, I'm just going to take the nails out and just clean them that way, and then apply them after, because yeah, they just did not want to stay in. And I'm gonna have to come up with another method as far as like using this hand for sure. But yeah, I did go ahead and do the whole thumbnail off camera, you guys. I just went in with that glitter cherry shade of acrylic and applied that to the entire nail. Now going in with Young Nails Ultimate Finish Gel, I'm going to top coat each finger. And off camera, I did go in under the nails for the pinky and the ring finger with the top coat as well, just to create more of a clear glossy look. Now going in with these beautiful jewels coming soon to my Etsy store. I'm going to first be applying some Saviland clear poly gel and then securing the stone on top of that. And then I'll put the hand under my nail lamp. And here's what we got, you guys. This is the final look. I actually do love this set. I'm very proud of myself, I have to say. Even though that ring finger gave me trouble, it was a learning process, and that's what's important. I feel like it's a great set for my first set, and it's only up from here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to all my 50 followers, you guys. I'm so pumped over 50. That was my first goal. My next goal is 100, and yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. And definitely check out my Instagram, Hair by Ree and Nail by Ree. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace.